Hey there, guys. Today I am looking at Webfishing, and I thought, well, I might as well just, play this myself since it's a pretty chill game. So I think this is one of the few games I can actually review and talk about at the exact same time. Let's join a mostly full lobby here. Anyway, so Webfishing, I'm impressed and unimpressed at the same time. I'll first talk about why I'm unimpressed. So I'm unimpressed basically because this is just Animal Crossing. It's just Animal Crossing, but multiplayer. But at the same time, that makes it super fun and engaging, honestly. So I don't know how to describe this game. I mean, there's a lot of games like this, which I would call under the umbrella of social games, where essentially, you just kind of hang out in a virtual space and you just, because you're all cute animals, you just kind of, chill and just, it's cozy times, and it puts you in a different kind of mindset where no one's hyper competitive. People are just, chilling, vibing. And just the tone of at least the people who play this game, they're just very real. They just kind of keep it real. They kind of just do whatever. And yeah, you just design your little character. So, I did, and it's also kind of pixelated too. So you can you can see it. This is Animal Crossing, the proportions, everything, even the menu, how you bring up your backpack and select things. Like, this is just an Animal Crossing, but multiplayer thing. And it kind of works, honestly. I can see how someone made this as kind of like a fun project, but I really do appreciate it. So my character is just like a little dog guy, and I think you choose either a dog or a cat at the beginning, and I can see this changing over time. But the other thing I also see changing over time is the people who play this game. So right now it's very I don't know, I just have the vibe of kind of millennial type guys who are kind of in their careers, and this is kind of how they blow off steam. I feel there's definitely a younger demographic, but also conversely an older one too, that people just kind of want to go into a world that is very simple, very relaxing, and because everyone's a cute animal, no one is mean to each other. And it's just super cute. I remember I even had this obscure artist I follow on Tumblr, and someone had recreated some of her artwork in this game, and I thought, dude, there's no way. But yeah, you have little animations you can dance, and you have certain things. You obviously have a fishing rod, which is your main thing, and use that to fish. And then you also can use chalk, and you can write stuff on the ground. And again, people have only been super wholesome, and this made me realize that this is a comfy game. And someone was talking about recently how there's a comfy games market out there. Animal Crossing in 2020 definitely made everyone realize that, but the problem is a lot of comfy games are not made very well. They're very cheap. They're kind of lazy. I'd assume that the people making these games are more artistically and aesthetically inclined rather than mechanical. So to create something beautiful that also feels good to play is a very not strange, but maybe a lost art that definitely flourished in the 90s and early 2000s. And now everything's very corporatized and soulless and bad, I guess. And yeah, it's just people are writing about sandwiches, and then it just says, it says master? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, people they're creative, they express themselves, and they just have real talks. And there is something kind of very therapeutic about fishing in general, and even in a virtual space. And it feels I don't know, just a bunch of guys being dudes, just relaxing. I mean, girls definitely play this game, but for what it is and how it is, it just feels, I don't know, super nice, just super chill, super relaxing. And what you see is what you get. It's also pretty fun too, because what you're able to do is you're also able to level up. So as you fish, you do have certain levels, and you just hold to fish, and then you just kind of wait. And of course you have to attach bait to your rod, and of course you upgrade bait, which lets you catch bigger fish, which nets you more money, which then nets you more more expensive bait to catch more expensive fish, and so there's a level up system involved, and it's very rudimentary. And so what's the point of the level up system is that you buy cute, funny aesthetic upgrades for your character. So there's a little shop where you buy bait, but also buy hats, t-shirts, shorts, all that good stuff. And again, it's a really good mixture of low poly aesthetics along with kind of modern-ish designs. And so I don't know, for me personally, I believe in being a free animal, so I will never buy an article of clothing except maybe a hat. But yeah, no, I don't know what it was. I was sitting on this game. I was sitting on a bridge, and it was late at night, and all the people were just kind of fishing. And I think it was like by location or something of that nature, because everyone there kind of was in my city or the surrounding province. And again, they were all just super chill, and it's really different when you are in an environment where it's like, oh, I actually might know these people. And, you kind of just immediately relate, and it's just very simple, very peaceful. And that whole aspect of, fishing, hanging out with, guys and just, catching stuff on the line, it puts you in kind of a Zen state where you feel like, you're constantly growing things, working on things, becoming better at things. And you also get to socialize with random people that you otherwise would not have met. The fishing itself was pretty simple. You kind of sit there, cast your rod. As soon as you get a hit, you click to reel it in, and you just hold down the thing and then tap it at certain points. And, the higher the fish, the more difficult, the challenge. So yeah, I feel like this is one of those games where you can only get the real experience if you play it when maybe the first year it comes out. I don't know if it'll still be popular more than a year from now, but it's kind of just a vibe that is of the current moment. It's the same thing with certain multiplayer games, unfortunately, where multiplayer games are really, really good when they first come out, because basically people haven't figured out all the mechanics, especially if it's a competitive game. After a year, there's going to be that, the people who want to play to have fun and they move on to the next thing. And then there are the people who can only afford that one game, and they find out one strategy that uses the RPG while backstepping or something completely not developer intended. That is what people are going to do, and they're going to exploit that. And then no matter what you do, in every match, there's just going to be that one freaking guy who's 360 intervention, no scoping, or using knife with Commando Pro or whatever. And in a similar sense, it's the community of a multiplayer game creates the attitude and the style and the atmosphere for it. And so it's the pioneers who kind of explore and go into these things that really get the full vibe. And so I'm trying to at least, in a way, archive this vibe of late 2024, which is that, people are here, obviously, I feel like, everything from high school kids to university students to maybe IT professionals who are using this time to just chill out and have really comfy music. I had a really special moment, actually, where we were all fishing on the bridge, and this one guy, I guess he had like a guitar you can get, and similar to Final Fantasy XIV, where you can't play full music, but you can play all the notes. The guy started playing the Minecraft theme, and it really hit me, that kind of comfy energy mixed in with that. That was what I was after. That sense of community and just, that peaceful coexistence, I guess. The other thing, too, is that I actually mistook it for one of the songs from Anna, the survival horror game. And I realized, oh, no, wait, it's actually Minecraft. But I put on the Anna OST anyway, and it brought me back to a certain moment in my life, and also just a vibe that I had forgotten for, I think, quite a while. And to say that it's comfy would really be an understatement. It's kind of this feeling of, I don't know, I want to say almost mystery, of the feeling of when you were a kid and there's all these things going on like 9/11 or all these world-changing events or high school or whatever, and you're kind of like, you know, it's happening, but you don't care. You're kind of insulated from it. And in the past few years, because there's been so much, political diatribe that is so negative, that to kind of sit and just forget about all of that, to really forget about all of it, to really just be uninstalled from that experience is kind of what I went to games for in the first place. If I didn't like the movies that were being made or the books that I was being assigned or what was going on in my life, games allowed me not an alternative universe, but a richer and deeper universe. And just that feeling of being able to retreat into something and also connect with something deeper in myself through a reflection of the game was really, I don't know, really intense. And, you know, these kind of thoughts are the kind of thoughts you get while you're playing with this game, because you're kind of you get into the motion and the grind and the vibe of, catching fish and going from A to B and, doing these things. And, your mind just kind of drifts. And it's great because you feel like you're making progress, but you also get to reflect a little bit and just think about life. And I mean, that's what this game is really about at the end of the day. So yes, it's a comfy game, but in a way, it's a game that allows you to think and clear your mind and also interact with just chill people. So, I mean, that's it really. It's a fun game. It's a simple game. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's nothing offensive, and it's nothing super, I don't know, amazing either. I feel like if you don't play this game, you haven't really missed out on much. It's like Animal Crossing but multiplayer, which frankly I should have been. I mean, you can visit other people's towns, but it just doesn't feel quite the same to build something together. And because, you're fishing on your own, it's like you're focused on your own thing, so you don't have to socialize. It's not like, oh, we are here to socialize. It's like you're just doing this thing, you're working on your own, and while you're working on your own thing, kind of chilling, you kind of open up. It's similar to streaming in some ways, I guess. You're just in a chill environment where you can just be yourself. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this one. Check it out if you want. It is what it seems, and that's all I gotta say. See ya. Bye.